Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, we're up in Armu village and we're heading down towards paradise. Downtown Kato Paradise. Sit back and relax. Kick off them flip-flops. If your name is Lady so sweet Caroline, pop your bottom on a memory foam pillow. But just before you do, pour a tot or two for the legend, for the superstar known as Lord Nigel Big Guns. Sitting in the trunk, in the boot, in old-fashioned English, we got a couple of boys with a couple of big shoppers, Lord Jeremy and Lord Simon. Sitting beside me is the girl in charge of the show, the one and only legend, the superstar from downtown in Hartlepool, Dayman. Good morning, my dear, good morning. And sitting in the back, three abreast, we've got the girl in charge of all of the legalities on the show, Miss Anna, my superstar, her son, Mr. Bart, sitting in the middle, and of course, sitting on the very, very end is this gigantic man known as Mr. Thomas. And he's an absolute superstar. All the way in downtown Krakow in Poland. Dzień dobry to you guys as well. Big shout out to some of the superstars who like to come back and watch the channel now and again. Our man, our Viking Ronnie, all the way in downtown Denmark. Good morning to you, Mr. Ronnie. Hope you're enjoying your filter coffee and your piece of Melbourne toast. There's another Ronnie in charge of all of the policing on the show. Of course, his name is Ronnie Miller, Chief Constable, and he likes to have a cup of tea and a rich tea biscuit in the morning. Good morning, Mr. Ronnie. Look at that. Is that not a view to take your breath away? It really, really is. A spectacality of the view. Downtown Paphos, and that's where we're heading. So sit with us, and we're going to head to the harbour area and go for a bit of a mosey on down, see what's going on, see just how nice the blue Mediterranean Sea is. And I got a feeling that it's going to take your breath away today. I really, really am. If you're wondering about the temperature, you know, perhaps if your name is Miss Dawn, you've got a husband called Mr. Sean. You've got a little dog called Bobo. He's a very proud dog indeed. And on top of that, he's got a little accomplice in crime, a little cat called Miss Daisy. Well, the temperature today, just before lunch, is 31 degrees. And that sky, well, it's looking pretty blue. There's the odd cloud or two, but it's still looking pretty blue. The sea, I promise you, is going to be a turquoisey shade of blue. I'm dressed head to toe in blue. Oh yeah. So guess what? All that's missing is you. Kevin Jones, well, he's arrived in downtown Paphos. He's wandering around today, getting his bearings, and he's looking for somewhere to have a pint or two. And there's many other legends in Paphos. Last night we had a great honour and great privilege. I'm losing my English, there you go, to meet two superstars from the Wirral, all the way in Bromborough. Miss Denise, Mr. Ray, good morning to you. Superstars that were having a great meal in the Pelican restaurant, and they gave us the great honour of coming to sit with us and chat with us afterwards. And we had a great chat about this and about that and about life and all those kind of things. So thanks very, very much. And they're here for another week, so we'll look forward to seeing Miss Denise and Mr. Ray again, hopefully, before they return to downtown in Bromborough. And the Such and Received Roof was presented with a rather nice necklace. Yes, so don't forget to come back later, because I'm pretty sure that that necklace will be featured in a little video or two. We're dropping down now towards the Kato Paphos Limassol roundabout. Oh my goodness, gridlock. Dizzy Blonde, what's going on? There's gridlock in downtown Konya. Look at this, my goodness. There's 4 or 5 cars in front of us. Shall we give them a ram? What do you think? My God, come on. It's frustrating, isn't it? When you're stuck in traffic, it really, really is frustrating. Hold on a minute, electric mirrors have just folded in because I pushed the wrong button. Somebody has moved my car, and that somebody has adjusted my mirrors. So now I've got to reset the mirrors, and it's an absolute pain in the bottom to do, isn't it? Especially when you're driving a car. It's like driving on a mobile phone, isn't it? It's a bit of a distraction. I know we all have done it, and lots of us still do it. Unfortunately in Cyprus, an awful lot of people do it. So if you're driving around, perhaps if you've hired a car, our man Dave, all the way from Wales, he commented not long ago that someone was on a mobile phone and they pulled out in front of him, but luckily he didn't have an accident, but this is quite common in Cyprus. It really, really is. No one seems to bother about that bit. Traffic lights, if they're red, don't think about stopping at those. Just keep going. Take a leaf out of Mr. Paul's book, Miss Andrea, and just keep going. Because red traffic lights, they're not for stopping at, that's for sure. Mobile phones, they're for talking on. If you've got a frappe, that's for drinking. And if you've got a pork kebab, well, that's for eating. We'll come over the Limassol roundabout now. Give you some bearings. Alpha Mega Supermarket, that's there on the right hand side. That's the biggest supermarket in Paphos, there's no question about that, and a very nice supermarket. If you want some caviar, you can get it in there. Perhaps if you've got a Miss Ochinquisiviella booth in your like, because she does like a bit of caviar now and again. So remember that, boys, just remember that. I'm talking to those two twins in downtown Cardiff. They're planning on coming out in November, and they are saving very, very hard indeed. Well, I hope they are. If they're wise men, they are. Because as we've said, airport, hotel, next day, Paphos Mall, Ochinquisiviella booth is getting very, very excited indeed. And she's pretty much going to buy everything. Did you hear that, boys? Everything. Everything and everything and everything in the downtown Kato Paphos Mall. And then after the mall, she's got plans to go to one or two other shops as well. And they normally are more expensive than the shops in the mall. So if I was you, I'd start saving a couple of bobs or two. What have we got there, Miss Andrea? McDonald's. Uptown McDonald's is on the left-hand side. And no, you won't be using your pouches in there. And you won't be getting an Oreo McFlurry either. You'll get a plain one, or a Twix one, or a Smarties one. That's what's on offer at the moment. And then that's the new Paphos Mall, or Neon Mall to give it its correct name, on the left hand side. And that was the original Paphos Mall, by the way. It's complicated, isn't it? But back in 2008, when I first arrived to Cyprus, that mall on the left just opened up, and that was called the Paphos Mall. It lasted for 3 or 4 years, unfortunately got itself into bankruptcy, and it didn't open again until just recently, and now it's called the Neon Mall. What's in there? Well, the home centre DIY, so a massive DIY centre shop is in there. There's a great coffee shop in there. CETA, that's the Telecom Authority of Cyprus, they're in there. Kenobi, which is a budgety clothes shop for men, women and children. That's in good quality t-shirts. I buy blue t-shirts there, they're good. They really, really are. At €4 a pop. Aren't they, Dayman? Because Dayman saw me wear one the first time I bought it. And she said, it's looking crisp. Excellent. That's our girl in charge of the show. What else is in there? Cosmos Sports Shop is opening up, so that primarily sells sportswear, but mainly sports shoes. So I'll be popping there to see if you've got any blue shoes. And there is a rumour that Lidl is opening in there as well. That's Lidl, the supermarket, and it's actually on one of the signs. So whether they've fallen out of love with each other or not, I don't know. But actually on one of the signs, which delivery to the rear, as it says, it's got the word Lidl on it. So there's no doubt that Lidl were going to open there. The question is, are they going to open there? Who knows? Time will tell. And of course, if it happens, we'll let you know on the little channel known as Marika and me. Now, back to that very proud dog. He's a proud dog. He's a handsome dog. And he's a very, very clever dog indeed. Now and again, he likes to click through to our About page, where he finds the Buy Me a Coffee platform. There's a little icon, it's called Buy Me a Coffee. He clicks through to that, and he buys us a coffee or two. As a thank you for mentioning him, for telling him how great he actually is. And he really is a superstar of a dog. If I was going to have a dog, I'd have a dog called Bobo. So if you'd like to buy us a coffee or two, hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. Totally safe, totally secure. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. Google it, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, and you can, well, if you like, treat us to a coffee or two as a salute, as a thank you. Perhaps to motivate us to make a special, special video for you. You can also find us on the Super Thanks itself, where the like button is. That's the thumbs up, the thumbs down. Scroll across, you've got shorts, you've got download, you've got a heart-shaped button, and that button has a little dollar sign in the middle. If you hit that button, you can make a contribution to the channel from $1 to $1 million. Remember, we do need to buy a black Rolls-Royce Phantom, because that's what our girl in charge, Miss Anna, our superstar, has told us. We need a black Rolls-Royce Phantom with blue leather interior to transport her husband Thomas, and her son Mr. Bart, my great friend, by the way, in and around Paphos when they're in town. And also, there's 2 more superstars coming to Paphos, and they mean the world to us. They're way back in the very early part of Marika and me. His name is Lord Richie, and he's got a girl in his life, and she is Lady Zuska. They're coming to Paphos in 3 weeks' time, so get ready. We're going to get them on camera this time, that is for sure. We're heading down to Paradise. Those of you who know this road, perhaps Miss Maggie, Miss Nessie, they know this tree-lined avenue. And of course the girl in charge of the show, Dayman, oh, she knows this road. She knows we're heading down to downtown Kato Paphos, and that's where all the fun and that's where all the games begin. If you're coming on a big bird, this is probably where you are going to go. Restaurant after restaurant, bar after bar, hotel after hotel, apartment complexes, they're all waiting for you. We promise you, if you come here, you're going to get a great holiday. When you come in for a weekend, perhaps if you come in from Tel Aviv in Israel, you never know, it's not that far to swim. Or maybe you're coming from Krakow in Poland for a week or so, or perhaps 10 days, 14 days, or maybe even the rest of your life. Downtown Paphos is the place to come. Let's go straight over this roundabout and head down towards the Olympic Lagoon Resort. That's a luxury 5-star hotel in downtown Paphos, and we met a superstar last night as well who's checked into there, Mr. Tony, all the way from downtown in Glasgow. He accosted us and asked us for a picture, and it was our great honour. So Mr. Tony, we know you're here for another week or so. Hopefully if you see us again, you'll come and sit down and perhaps have a coffee or something, and we'll chat in Glaswegian all about the good and the bad of Glasgow. Talking about Glasgow, big shout out to a superstar who's the greatest joiner in the world, and possibly the richest, because he's looking to buy a big ring for Misochin Gracilian Booth. Big shout out to you, Mr. John Ricey, and we hope you're having a great day in downtown Glasgow. That's the Olympic Lagoon Hotel right in front of us. This area here is known as the Triangle. On the left hand side is the Avanti 4-star hotel. Our Justine, and of course our long-haired lover from Staffordshire, Mr. Andy, he's coming to Paphos very soon indeed. And he's a bit upset that the cost of beer has gone up. But never mind, you can always cut back to a half instead of a pint, and it'll always seem that much cheaper, Mr. Andrew. So Andrew, I'm confused by English. Sorry, Mr. Andrew, I really am. And how's that dog getting on? How is Mr. Ollie doing? Is he still running rings around here? I'll bet he is. I'll bet he is. There's 1 or 2 dogs who like to watch the show, by the way. There's a dog out in Wiltshire. His name's Blue. And wow, he's the spectacality of a dog. If I had a dog, I think I'd call a dog Blue, because I do like a little bit of blue. What's this hotel here? This is the Amavi 5-star luxury hotel. Joe Cox, his beautiful partner in crime, Miss Julie, the sister, Miss Kath. And of course, well, they're coming back again. But more recently, 2 superstars have stayed here, and they were Miss Rachel and Mr. Jason, all the way from downtown York. Absolute superstars and friends for life. Dayman, what's that there? Well, that's the Alexander the Great, probably the greatest hotel in downtown Paphos. If you like what you've seen, hit the like, click subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of our madness. I'll be back on your screens very soon, and I'm going to say a very big thank you to you for watching. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again very soon.